Let's go.
I love the athlete. I love what they do. I like how they think. You know, I feel when I shoot with them now, I have a real sense, you know, over all these years. I understand what they need.
Do the athletes share like a common characteristic that you see a lot of them have?
I think they're all aware of what they are. I mean, you have to be. A part of the ego is part of being so great. Walt Frazier, who was the king of New York at that point, with the minks. He would take the subway, you know, the Rolls Royces, the hats. It was very cool. So this was his apartment on the Upper East Side. It's so classic athlete. I personally didn't see anything happen on that bed, except Clyde lay in it. But I'm sure that's where it all went down. With Michael, you're traveling with Moses. All the rules go out. Remembered everyone's name. He was just magnetic. And I asked him once, I said, you know, all these pictures, do you remember what we did? And he goes, what, you think I'm blank and stupid? Because that's the way it always was with him. I said, no, but what do you remember? He said, I like that one on the mirrors. And when he dribbled on the mirror from mirror level on a platform, it's infinite MJ. And it was one of these pictures you created that was different. And he always liked that, but you know, you couldn't take a bad picture of Michael. And the measuring stick for every athlete in any sport is still Michael. I was assigned by the National Football League to go to Hawaii for the Pro Bowl. Nice job. But I had shot Brett a couple of times before, and Brett, one of these guys, just had a lot of personality. You know, as soon as you're around him, it was going to be fun. And the NFL had this idea. They got this coonskin cap and this gun. I said, we've got to do this picture. So we went to someone's lawn, in the Kahala section of Oahu, which is a very ritzy section. He just went on the lawn and quickly shot as he was going through there with his musket and his coonskin cap on. And that was it. Brett Favre was a force and a great personality in the game. Namath's one of these guys, he just takes over. He's like a Bill Clinton. He's so charming in person. This was taken in 1969 before the Super Bowl against the Colts. And he happened to sit out at the pool, and those two women that are leaning over behind him are two women that when he went to the University of Alabama, brought him ham sandwiches the first time he got there, and went to every game he played and became his friends and came, of course, to Fort Lauderdale and Miami for that Super Bowl. Joe makes the prediction they're going to beat the Colts. They win the game, and that picture becomes historic. If the Colts had lost, or there had been Matt Snell there, it was no picture. But that's how pictures become interesting, because of the characters in it and that 1/500th of a second that took place. I don't even remember shooting it. I did a baseball book. It was reviewed in the New York Times. And out of all the pictures from the book, they used that picture to depict my baseball series. Parker saw it, and he was very angry, apparently. That's what I heard. You know, his name, the Cobra, he was like 6'6". This guy could take us both apart and just break us in half. Ball players usually held their cigarettes like this, so people couldn't see it, and they'd hold it behind their back. Like,
In the dugout?
sure.
Wow.
Or you go down the tunnel. I smoked weed in there, too. I mean, all kinds of things were going on.
Did they smoke weed?
Well, I did it once with a player.
Did you really?
Yes.
You won't say the player.
No. Most important to me is my trust with these athletes. You know, I'd never broken any trust with any of them. And I explained to him what had happened. He laughed, you know, we're friends again.